I'm Kyle Persaud. In this video, I'm going to tell you how to file an annual report of a guardian in Oklahoma. This video is in a 4-part series on how to file guardianship forms in Oklahoma. Part 1 is how to file for a guardianship of a minor child in Oklahoma. Part 2 is how to file for an emergency guardianship of a minor child in Oklahoma. Part 3 is how to file annual reports on a guardianship of a minor child in Oklahoma. And Part 4 is how to terminate a guardianship in Oklahoma. And in this video, I'll tell you how to file an annual report of a guardian in Oklahoma. Now, in Oklahoma, if you're a legal guardian, there's generally a law that says you have to file an annual report every year. A lot of guardians are confused about this process. I get calls from clients all the time saying, okay, I got to file this report. What do I do? So in this video, I'll give you a tutorial on how to file the annual report of a guardian. Now, on my website, I've posted forms for annual reports of guardians. Click on the link in the description box below and scroll down to Oklahoma Guardianship Annual Report Forms. Now, a few disclaimers. First, these forms are not a substitute for hiring an attorney. You know the old saying, he who acts as his own lawyer has a fool for a client. And so you will find these guardianship forms complicated. You'll probably have difficulty filling them out. The reason I provided them is because a lot of people ask me, where can they find guardianship forms online? But I know of many stories where people have used online forms to file on their own in court, and they make mistakes that cause them harm later on. Chances are you will make a mistake if you file for a guardianship without an attorney. And if you can afford an attorney, it's best to have one. Second disclaimer, these forms are for Oklahoma only. Every state has its own guardianship laws. Do not use these forms for a case in a state outside of Oklahoma. And third disclaimer is every guardianship case is different, and these forms will not work for all cases. So I placed 3 forms on this webpage. Fill out the annual report of a guardian of a person, the annual report of a guardian of property, and the order approving annual report. And sign the annual report of a guardian of person and the annual report of a guardian of property. Have the reports notarized. You will notice that each report has a notice page. This page says, any objection to this report must be filed within 15 days after blank, the date of the filing of the annual report with the court. And in that blank, write in the date that you are filing the annual report with the court. Take the documents to the court clerk in the county where you filed the guardianship and ask the clerk to file the annual report of the guardian of the person and the annual report of the guardian of property. But don't ask the court to file the order approving annual report. Give that order to the court clerk and then ask the clerk to give the order to the judge and ask the clerk to call you when the judge signs the order. That's the way a lot of clerks handle it. Some court clerks handle it differently, and ask your court clerk how he handles the process. And after you leave the courthouse, mail copies of the annual reports to all persons listed on the certificate of mailing. When the court clerk calls you and tells you the judge has signed the order, go to the courthouse and get a copy of the order to keep for yourself. If you want to know more about how to file annual reports and about your rights and duties as a guardian generally, you may want to read the Oklahoma Bar Association's Handbook for Guardians. I placed a link to that in the description box below. At the Persaud Law Office, we've helped a number of guardians file annual reports when they're confused about the process. Contact us today if you want our assistance. I've placed a link to our contact form in the description box below. Thank you very much.